Actually, it was another question I believe was submitted by Dr. Bernsteiner around teaching IoT and AR to students who generally come from a business background. So how do you teach the value of IoT and AR from a business sense? What types of use cases or scenarios do you use to demonstrate the business value of IoT and AR, and how do you get students who come from a business background to see the value of IoT and AR and to understand it? Am I asking your question correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And anyone on the panel would like to volunteer to take that first?
So we're currently working with a professor at Harvard Business School, and this is exactly what they're trying to do, is teach IoT and AR, but from a business standpoint. And the struggle that they're having is because the students don't have a technical background, it's hard for them to understand the implications of the technology on a business. So they'll come in with these great ideas of a new business that they want to, a spin-off business, but without understanding the difficulties of actually putting that technology together and making it work. So this professor has actually invited PTC to come in and do lectures where we actually put the students on the technology. And you can imagine, how difficult it is to get your engineering students going on Creo and on ThingWorks and so forth. Try and do it with a bunch of business students. It's a challenge. But I think that's part of it, is there has to be some exercises that help the business students to understand the technology and the implications. And usually those exercises are quite a bit different than what you would teach to a regular, engineering type group. But that's one example.
I'd like to pick that up because I was in the lucky position to join Jordan during the lecture recently. And it was amazing to witness how business students got up with their mobiles, running through the classroom, trying to catch their AR solution. And again, here the software works to show them within 90 minutes to come up with a customized, of course, it's just a small step in Creo to customize a already built model, but then with a few mouse clicks, bringing it to their own AR experience and showing with hands-on the possibility in a very short period of time, and fighting some issues, but pretty fast solved issues. And it was just amazing to witness the participation there, the openness, and I think in the end, the understanding of the potential. And I think that's the first address you need to come up. And once they're getting curious and want to figure out what can I do with that and how can I use that for my businesses, they're going to get involved in those technologies, I think.
An example from my university, in fact, we have a strong and long cooperation with fluid power device manufacturer. And we get a lecture with guys from this company to debate how to improve this fairly classical kind of equipments, and to then the subject was how to integrate added value of IoT to get information from the use of this equipment in the final integration of the OEMs. Because on a heavy machine or so on, they are using a lot of fluid power technology, but finally the manufacturer of this equipment have no idea if his actuators are used at the right specification, or if they are pushed at the maximum of their capacity, or if they are lower use. Then this means they can improve the design and the business behind their design in validating what is the effective use of their device, getting information from IoT.
Our solution is to make a consortium composed of about 40 companies. We professors have our own strike zone, the area of research, and a company throws a ball to a little bit different location. And if a professor is very flexible, he can cope with this. But like this, holding an agreement with a company is it's a high probability. Sometimes it is broken. Rather than that, we established a consortium, and every day we discuss, and students join very actively to this discussion. And they are not under my umbrella. Professor is not here, but students can discuss straight with the discussion with companies. That makes a very good result. And so this is not the one-to-one correspondence, but university is here and company A. This is one-to-one correspondence, but we don't take this way. Even a member, of course, PTC is a very good, strong member of this consortium. They can communicate each other usually and every day. And when something happens, they establish a project, and many students join this project, and this project starts. So like this, information sharing in every day and the discussion every day is so important. So even the users of PTC, if we can have this kind of opportunity to discuss every day, and not like in this kind of conference, but if we have some opportunity, then it might be very useful for professors, university, as well as students.